Hello and how are you? My name is Muhindo Mubarak and I welcome you to the 12th, I think it's 12th, yeah, I welcome you to the 12th video of creating WhatsApp chat application clone. And in today's video, we're going to resume exactly from where we stopped in the previous video. Remember, in the previous video, we were able to pick a user and start a chat user interface between two people. So today, we're going to write the logic of sending the message to the server as well as updating the message which are in the local database. That's what we're going to do today. So I hope you're ready to do this with me. If you are, then let's get started. Without wasting much time, let's jump into the project. Of course, we're going to first look at what we have on the server side, and we see how we can also implement it inside the application. So this is our server. I'm going to show you. Okay, so when you go on the main domain of application, you're having just hello there. And where is our source code of the server side? I think I have it here. It is here. This is the source code for the server side. So we're going to look at the send message first. Okay, so this is the send message logic. Okay, and it is located under send message.php. So let's go ahead and open that and see what we'll get. Send underscore message.php. Of course, we'll get our form, like in case there is no any post or get, we'll get that form. I'll have the sender ID and the receiver ID, and we're having just something like good morning. And if we put there some dots and click on send, we'll have the object as the response of this kind, like the status is 0 and the reason incorrect integer value for WhatsApp whatever receive at allow at row, and also there is an error, right? So I think I've not sent the local database here. Let's see if the local database is well set. PHP admin. So there's an error, we have to fix that first and then we proceed. WhatsApp is there. Okay, so what could be the reason? Code 0, incorrect integer value. For column WhatsApp message receive at row 1. Okay, so there's a problem in the SQL. So we're having a problem with the message here structure. Let's go and see the structure of a message. We're having message ID is an integer, sender ID is an integer, receiver ID is an integer, the body is a message, is a text, and then send time is integer, receive time is integer. Okay, the structure is okay. Message type is a verb character. The structure is okay. Let's see what could be the reason here. So we're going to come here to the send message logic here. Let me make it full screen so you can see clearly. Okay, can I zoom? Control plus, yeah, I can zoom. Okay, so let us see what is the error. Send message, so you're going to have here the sender, the receiver, and the body. Okay, so let us see the response. Let us see the SQL first. So the SQL is inside functions. Okay, so come to functions and go to the SQL of send message, which is here. So let us die with the SQL and see if things are okay before we execute it. This is just a fallback, you know. We had already finished this thing. So I'm going to die here with the SQL. You see, and we see if things are okay. So I'll refresh here and submit the same form. The SQL is simply insert into message body this, and then the values you see. We have the body is there, and then the text, okay, and the sender ID, the receiver ID. I think this server is just trying to be strict, as in they say that things have to be integers if they are meant to be integers. I think this server is trying to be strict. Just let us see. Let us refresh again and we see what is the error. So the error is incorrect integer value for column WhatsApp.message. So that message receive time. Okay, receive time. Okay, let's see receive time. Send time is there. Receive time is not set. Okay, it's not set. So receive time, let us leave it as 0. Just make it 0, exactly 0. The other time I had made it just a string. So this server is just trying to be strict. Refresh. Okay, now things are beautiful. You see, message was sent successfully, and that's the message itself. This browser is disturbing me. I don't know. I think I should use Opera Mini. I'll use Opera Mini, I think, because this guy is disturbing. Okay, so there it is. Not good at navigating through this thing. It's the same story, I think. Shit. It's the same story. Okay. Oh, time is running. Okay, let's go ahead and put here message. Good morning, sent. Okay, yeah. There we get that. Okay, that's what you get. Let me exit one of the browsers and create some memory on my RAM. Okay, so without wasting much time, that's what you get when you send a message. You see, we get the response of the code, and then the message itself, and then the status. So one more thing that you have to put is the last update. Okay, the last update is the time that the message was last sent. Okay, let us do that. Let's do that without wasting much time. Okay, let's do that. We're having even the user's information. Let us first put this one into structure and you see what we've got before we even move further. Okay, you know that time response. I think this is the response for the message itself. Send message. Okay, let me just echo this response before I convert it to JSON. Echo pre-tag. Okay, printer. Okay, so we're echoing the response. At first it can be like confusing, but we'll get it together. Refresh. So the response is just having the data, and the data is having the message, the receiver, and then is having the send time, is having the receive time, is having last seen, user ID, the name of the user, the phone of the user, the registration date, the last seen, and the profile photo of the user, of the sender. Okay, we did that. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, the one more thing that I forgot that we have that has to be there is the last update. The last time the message was updated. It will be helpful to us. So let me go to the localhost and we add it there. So I got localhost stroke 8080 stroke PHP admin. Okay, it will be helpful to us. WhatsApp application, and then go to the message structure, and then go to the okay, go to to structure. Click on structure. The message, I want to add one more thing, last update. Okay, last update. So just come here and add one more column, and add another column called last underscore update. Last update. It's going to be a long integer. I can make it to be a text. Let's make it a long int. Do you have long int here? Yeah, long int. Then you don't have long int, you have big int. Okay, let's make it big integer. You'll be keeping their time. Okay, so messages is having that last seen, the same time, the body, the receiver ID, all that. Okay, so last update, we will need it. Oh, I have made a wrong mistake. Structure this thing, the screen. I have to change this one. I'll call it last update, not last. This one will be helping us to know when the last time the message was updated. Okay, so update that one. Okay, so after doing that, when you're inserting a message, you have to add also that last update. Where is the insert message? It is here. So I have to add here last update comma, and also come here and add last update. It's going to be just long int. Okay, so last update is just that current time that the message was lastly updated. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and create now and link this one with the what, with our 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 what let's go ahead and link it with our what, with our project. Okay, with our Android side. Okay, so let us first also look at the response before we even code it. I see the response is having also the what is having the user's information, okay, the sender's information. So let us look at this one. Just come here and say, okay, let's save and save. So I'll come here and refresh. So you see that's what you get back. SQL syntax. So there's an error again. There's an error again. I think it's this last date. I have to put here a $sign. Okay, the last update. Refresh. Okay, so I'm going to first connect here to internet, and we use this JSON what. It helps us to see the structure of JSON. JSON structure is called JSON. Search it on internet. It will help us to see the JSON structure. It's called JSON format. JSON what? JSON formatter, something like that. Okay, it's taking time. JSON formatter. So I've used this one, JSON stack.hu. I just use it for formatting my JSON. So we'll get something like a response. Okay, we'll get a response, the one that we created before, you remember. Okay, and the response, you know what is meant by what consists of a response. Okay, what consists of a response? It consists of the code, the message, and the what, and the data. So let's go ahead and deal with that. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so let's go to our project. It is here. We're going to create a special method for sending messages. It's going to be inside the what? Inside the web interface. So where is our web? Where's our web interface here, and then web interface here. Okay, so inside this web interface, we're going to add a special method for sending what? For sending message, and to return back the response. But before we add the special message, before we add it, let us first look at the file that we're going to send to. At what we're expecting, the method that we're expecting from this side. So this side we're expecting what? Here in the send message.php, we're expecting let's see. We're expecting a post, right? We're expecting posts, so we have to use the post methods. So I can just copy this one like the way you see it here, and I'm going to paste it here down like this. Okay, so it's going to be form encoded, and we're expecting post, so here it's going to be send message _php. It's going to be this one. Got this. Send message, send _message.php, the one that you use. So we'll send our data here, and it will be a post method. So we're expecting a response, of course. The data will be formatted in response, and you know what is meant by response when we talked about response, of course. Response will be the code, the message in data, and what, and the string, which is going to be also the data. as a string. Okay, likewise here, of course, when you're sending back the message, you can see an object of a message, and an object of the code and the message and the what and the data. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have the message, response, and data. So I'll come back to the interface, and I'm going to send this one. I'm going to call this one send message. Okay, I'm going to call it send message. So when you're sending message, you're expecting three things, right? According to this, we're expecting the sender, which will be the sender ID, of course, and the receiver here. Copy the way it is there. The post of sender, receiver, and lastly, I'll duplicate this one. Lastly is going to be comma. It's going to be, the last one is the body. Okay, this is gonna be the body receiver. Let me use the same name here. Receiver, sender. So that's what we'll be sending to what? To a server. So let's go ahead and do the logic of sending. So we have to come here to the to where to the project and come to chat. Okay, so where do we send the message? At what time do you send the message? Let's look at that. Okay, you remember our application was crashing, previously our application was crashing when we tried to run it. I realized the problem was this. This set context layout has to be on top immediately after this super, and we set this. That's why it was crashing. Okay, so I made that mistake. So the rest will come later, but this must be the layout must be set immediately after this one. So after doing that, let's go ahead and now do the sending message. Okay, so when we send message, okay, let us first tell when we're sending message. Of course, we should be somewhere when we're sending message. It is here, send chat. Okay, send chat. So here we're checking if the message is not empty, all that. But this one will be changed. The other one was just for user interface, but it will be changed. Okay, so here it's going to put the logic of sending what? Of sending the message. Okay, so we'll check if the message is empty, we return, of course. And if it's not empty, we'll go ahead and do what? And send. And these remaining things, we'll look at them later. But here, let's first work with the web side of sending. So we know the steps of sending a message. So we can go ahead and copy from what? From the register, because this one looks like a register. So I will have to go and get the idea from register activity. So I'll come to register activity, and I'll come here where there is retrofit for sending. Okay, steps for sending, they are here. You see, for registering the user, they are here. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy them. Step 1, step 2 up to step 3. We can even do this one only one time. This builder only one time, we put it outside, and this interface we put it outside. The change always changes here. Okay, but let me just copy it and make it to be independent. Copy that. So I'll come here where there is send, and put there and paste it. So this one is, we can even define this one only one time and put outside. Okay, so all of this is the same. So here I'm calling for the response, and here is going to be send message. This one can be even defined from outside, has no problem. Okay, it has defined it, and let us make them global. I think that it has no problem. Even if we make them global, you see, I'm making just them global. It has no problem, right? So here it's where there is the difference. So here it's going to be my call or register call or anything. Send message call. So I'm going to change this one to what? To send message. Okay, when you're sending message, you're expecting the what? The sender and the receiver and the message itself. So sender, we already have the sender ID, which is the sender ID. A receiver is going to be receiver. You know, we already have it, receiver ID. And then lastly is going to be the message itself. So the message is we're having it here, and it is what? MSG, the message body, the body. Okay, then after doing that, you have to add the interface. We have to add now. We have to listen to the call. Okay, so you can just simply say call dot what dot enqueue, and then you put new callback, right? If you still remember. Yeah, I've started memorizing these things. Okay, so here when it is successful, and here it is when it fails. Okay, so when it is successful, it is when it's successful, and this is when it fails. So when it is successful, we'll first check if the response is really success. Okay, if response dot is successful, so can alert here. Is not successful. Okay, so I have to do something here and return. Okay, let me put here toast. Maybe the server is offline, all that. We'll do the logic, some logic here, right? So you can say failed. Okay, and we'll put the reason there. Okay, so another thing here, when it is successful, we have to get this now. If it is successful, we have to convert to what? To the local message now, to the local message object. Okay, so if it is successful, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some stuff in the card. So I'm going to say logd success but failed, and you can get the reason for it from the body, from the message body. Okay, so after doing that, what else? We have to get them. How after it's successful, then we have to check if response, the response is the code. You know, have the response.body and then .code, right? .code. If this .code equals, the code is in integers, right? If it is 0, then again we'll notice it was sent, it reached the server, everything was okay, but still it was not successful. So we have to do that also here. If the response is okay, is 0, so we'll have to do the rest, and but not maybe but server problem. Server problem. We'll handle these things later. So I have to get here the reason and put in what in the console. We don't need to even tell the user, you know. WhatsApp does never tell you the reason why the message was not sent. Okay, because you don't need to know. Okay, so you can put that one in the console. So but we'll just show graphically. Graphically we'll show the user what is the problem. Okay, so after doing that, so if it is not 0, then you know the message was not sent successfully. The message was sent successfully. So I can put now in the console, logd, and you can say success, and then let us put the message itself in the console by saying body, response dot what dot body dot data, right? We have some data there, so we are going to look at that data. We're going to put just in the console. Okay, so here if it also fails here, if it fails, maybe there's some connection problem here, we'll put this stuff there. Okay, we'll do some stuff here. Failed to send. Here it is not successful. Failed because, and then we'll have here some problem. Maybe if there's a connection problem. T dot what? T dot get message. Okay, so that's when it totally fails. Now let us create our log T. So it comes just coming on the global and create log what? Log D. Okay. Let me first go and delete all the messages that in the database, and we start afresh. So I will simply come to our database and write the SQL, which is going to be hope you can see this way of zooming. I don't like it. These things of zooming. Okay, here the message is going to be truncate. The SQL is going to be truncate messages. I hope that's the SQL, right? And then we run it. truncate table messages or truncate messages. I think it's truncate messages because truncate works on tables only. Let's run it. Okay, truncate message. Perfect. So there should be no any message in what in the database. Okay, so let's run the application and see what we've got. This tag, is it not resolved yet? Just simply say log t. Okay, and the tag will be resolved. Hope so. I hope so. So let's run the application. Yeah, the errors are over. Let's run the application and see what we've got. Let's copy these things in the tag. So I'll come here, put the log cut, and paste this one here to filter, and then I'll pause the video. So this is the application. First clear the console, and then we go pick user. It's loading. I will work on the user interface, don't worry. So let me pick this user. Okay, there we go. So I'll come and write a message. Write a message. Hello, how are you? Okay, let me first clear the console and then again send. Tap. Okay, perfect. You can see send message success, and the response is 1 and everything is okay. And then if we come back, if we come and refresh here the messages, you can see there's a message that has been sent, and the type is text, and what, and what the type is text, and the chat thread is there, it's created, and then the receive time, the send time, I mean the body, everything is okay. Okay. Let us see if this timestamp is okay. Timestamp. I have to first check the timestamp is okay, because sometimes they truncate it. Okay, so we are together, right? Yeah, we are. Get this. Is it today? Saturday, 26, 21. Yeah, that's good. Okay, timestamp is working. So everything is beautiful so far. Everything is beautiful, right? Things okay. So far, so good. So let's go ahead and now create the what? The local message. The local message object, so that if the message is sent, you should save in the database, something like that. So that's where the problem is. Not the problem. Okay, that's where the whole logic is. Okay, so let's go and create the local message. What will the local message consist? Let us first copy this and we see what it will consist. So I'll copy this data thing, and then I will come here and then try to go back. I'm wasting your time, but nothing to do. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So this is the data that we're expecting back from how the message structure should look like. Let's go ahead and create it. Okay, this is the one that we did, and that's what we're expecting back from the sender and the message structure, right? So let's go ahead and do it. So it's going to be inside it's going to be where so it's going to be inside the models. So we're going to create it in the models, right? Because once we receive the message, we have to convert it to what? To the local object. So we already have something like that, but it was just for graphical user interface, for user interface, but right now we're going to modify it. So I have the chat message here, right? The chat method, but they are not the property. The property that what we want, they are these ones. Okay, So we're going to compare one by one. Okay, so have the ID here, we called it long. Okay, here it is message ID, so I have to cut this and modify this one. It's a long of message ID. I'm going to copy it to, I'm going to change it to that. That's done. So we have what? We have the sender. We have the sender. We have the sender. Okay, we have the sender. The sender is what? Is an integer, right? The sender. Do you have here the sender? No, we don't have the sender. The sender. Let's copy it. Okay, let's make it a string. The sender. Okay. We have the receiver. This thing is not duplicating. Why? Oh my god. Okay. Copy it. Okay, sender is going to be what? A string? Oh, you should leave it an integer. Okay, let's make it a string. Okay. I'll come here and add some few things that we may not that we need. Okay, so I have the string. I have the message body. Here we'll call it content. I'll change this one to content. The send time. It's a timestamp. We'll be converting it to what? We'll be converting it to date. So should we keep it as static date? No, let's convert to date. I'll keep it this one as date. Okay, so receive time. Should we keep it as static date? Okay, no. Receive time. Received sent time. It's supposed to be long. Now it's becoming confusing. Receive time. It's going to be also an integer. Okay. So chat thread is going to be string. Scene, whether it is scene, that's supposed to be a boolean. Okay. Then message type, whether it is message type, control D. Whether it is a chat, it is a text message, or that we'll do that. Paste that. Last scene. Last update. Yeah, that will also need that. Last update. We're keeping time as what? Time as strings. Public string. There. This thing is not duplicating, so I have to write it manually. Our time is running. Okay, so last scene. What else? User ID. What is user ID here? Is it the receiver or the sender? The sender, right? User ID, the name, the one who is receiving. Just keep it also. User ID. It's now becoming too much. User ID. The name of the receiver. But we have the receiver, so why did I bother about this? The name of the receiver. The phone number of the receiver. It's becoming too much. Registration date of receiver. Seriously, that's too much now. Okay. Last scene of the receiver. So they'll help us when you're creating what? When you're creating last scene of the receiver. That's too much. That's useless. And then the profile photo. In fact, that's useless, but I think to do. The profile photo. Okay. One thing that Let me make all the privates to become public. Ctrl F, Alt and enter, make them public, all of them. Okay, from me or not from me? Okay, that will be a decision. Short time, that is useless. Okay, so I'll do that later. Okay, short time, we need it. No, we don't need it. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. One more thing that we need is the what? Is the what is the files, in case there is files, the media, in case media link. Okay, media links, media underscore link, in case we send some photos, or something like that. So let's initialize all this stuff to nothing. Oh God, it's taking time. That's part of the journey, that's part of the video. Initialize it to nothing to avoid errors. So it's going to be false. Initialize them to nothing to avoid errors. Yeah, that's part of the journey. It's boring, but someone, when will see that you're done with the project, then will be like, oh, please give me the source code. You don't want to go through the pain, because false. Okay, so let's yeah, that's it. We don't need this method, this constructor, we don't need it because we already initialized it there. These getters and setters, we may not need them. Let's remove all them. Just remove all of them. Let's go ahead and add it as a table. I think that's it. Yeah, let's add it as a table. So I'll come here to model and come to where, like logged in user, come something like that. You copy one of these, is an entity, so we paste it here on top and change this one to what? The table name. I'm going to call it what? Messages, messages table. Messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that. What? Can create that constant, call it messages table, messages table. Okay, so if you come here, press Alt and enter, this should be resolvable. Import. After doing that, then you have to add this message table in the what? In a database. So come to the project, come to database, come to change the version to 3. Every time you change the database structure, you have to change the version, otherwise your app will crash or you uninstall it, one of the two. So that's it. Okay. Okay, so now we have to convert the other sent message to what? To the local object. Okay. So to do that, we'll come to chat. Chat message, right? There it is. So I've come to chat activity. Oh yeah, there must be some errors, of course. So this method is already there. It's not there. Insert. You can comment this one for now. Let's comment it for now. And let's comment this one for now. We'll come to it. It's taking time, but that's the only way to learn. Okay, so now here, where are we getting the response here? We have to convert it to what? to the normal message, right? So to convert it to message, it's gonna be chat message. I'm going to call chat message equals new JSON dot what dot to dot object dot convert dot to string dot, there's no dot object, dot JSON dot JSON dot JSON. Okay, let's first create a JSON object. If you just put JSON dot, okay, let's create first a JSON object here. JSON equals new JSON. Okay, so it's gonna be JSON dot to object, where is it, dot convert. Where, how do you convert? Oh, from where? JSON from string. Okay, JSON from, and then we pass this response data because it's where our data is, and then we pass what? We pass the class that we need, which is going to be chat message dot class. I hope that's it. Yeah, let us put in try and catch because this one can fail. Try and catch exception E. I'm going to put here some log D. I put here failed because E dot what dot get message, and come here and see if it was converted successfully. Converted success, and then I'll put here what we've converted the message and make sure that it was okay really. So it will run this one if it is successfully. It's going to be what should we get? Let's get the message body and you see if it was okay. Okay, so that's it. So let's fix the remaining errors, the other errors. Let insert an adapter. Let's convert. Let us comment this for now. Let's comment this for now. Let's comment this for now. Let's comment this for now. Okay, we comment that for now. Okay, so I know in adapter there must be some error automatically. So if we come to the message adapter, or adapters, where is our adapter? There must be someone crying. Okay, dot get content. So this is just going to be dot body. This dot body, not even dot get content. Dot body, dot get date. Let us put here just dot send time. We will work with it later. The logic send time and maybe convert to string. Okay, what else here? That from me is from me. Do you need that? Oh, it's a not okay. It's a public method right now. It's from me. Let's go ahead and add it there, because okay, let's go ahead and add that method. So I'll press Alt and Enter to add it. So how do you check if it's from me? So just put if it's from me. Do you need that? Okay, so you have to send the ID and the user ID. Let us make it a boolean. Let's make it a boolean. We'll be creating it. It's already there. It's a public boolean and it's already there. Why is it not working here? That is from me. It should work because it's already here. Okay, from me. This one is from me. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we'll work with this boolean when you are saving. This one will decide whether it is from me or not when you are saving. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's run the application and see what we've got so far. So we have here the response. Okay, I want to copy this tag. Okay, come to locate. I want only to listen to his response. I mean to response. Okay, there's still some errors. Oh, primary key. Shit. Let us cheat from here. Our primary key message ID is just a simple integer. Why don't you make an integer just like this? Yeah, it will be auto incremented. You can even add message ID, it will be automatically. Okay, let's run the application now. Come to console and put your response. Won't copy this tag only. So I'm going to insert, I'm going to again log in afresh. Perfect, click on login. Pick user. Now user font. I have to open it again. 5555. Oh my god. Login. 1 more 5. Again. Pick user. There should be some users. Okay. Click this first one. Okay. Send a message hi. Now I'm interested in what? In response, you see? Converted successfully, and you can see the message is now hi. So I mean that this object is now ready to be saved into what? Into the local database, okay? It's ready to be saved into the local database, okay? That's beautiful. So let's go ahead and save it into the local database. So when where is it? Converted successfully and ready to be saved into the local database. Where is it? Where the message body itself? It is here. Okay, so let's first finish the remaining things that we have to add. For example, is what the body is set, chat thread is set from me. No, from me is have to be set to true. What else? Chat message. Before we save it, we have to set some few stuff. From me is to true. Chat thread is set. Last scene is set. Last update is set. Media links, they'll come. Message ID, phone number, message, all that are set. Okay. Sent time is set. Okay, I think everything is set. So what is remaining is just to be what? To be saved on local database. Okay, so to save it on local database, of course, we're going to need the repository again, the database repository. So let's go ahead and create that database repository here. On top. Okay. Can put it on top here. It's becoming too much, eh? Database repository already have it. I think it's even already initialized. So all that you need is just to save. Okay. Dot save. But we have save users. We don't have save message, eh? So let's go ahead and create that save message. Save users. This is for saving user. So saving message and saving user is going to be almost the same. So I'll just duplicate this one. Okay, that's the beauty about coding. You can reuse your methods. Okay, so here I'm going to receive. It's going to be what? Save message. It's going to be save message. Okay, save messages. Let's use save messages as a list. Save messages. So I'll be sending a list in form of a list. Okay. So here I'm going to put here a message itself. Messages, call it messages. So I'm going to expect here a list of chat message. Okay, so that will help us to not repeat ourselves. Okay, so I'll come here, just the same. So it's going to be here, instead of having chat message, instead of having user, I'm going to change it to what? Chat message, and put here chat messages. So the database is going to be get user. Here I'm going to change it to get message. So I'm going to press just Ctrl and click on it, and I'm going to duplicate this one. Ctrl D, right? Ctrl D like that. So it's going to be select all from where? From messages table, right? Messages table. Okay. Messages table. Where? Press Alt and Enter to resolve this one. Okay, where message ID, right? Message ID equals the message ID. So here I'll receive also message ID. Here I'm going to change it to what? To get message. Okay, beautiful. So I hope we are together there. So I'm going to come back here, press Alt and click back to repository. So instead of saying getting user, I'm going to put get message, and there's going to be let me change even this one to what? To m. It's going to be m dot what? M dot message ID. Message ID. So it's going to be if local message. If local message is null, I'll do what? I'll insert. So it's going to be dot save message, not save user. Save message. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the interface and look for save user and duplicate it. You see, save user is here. So I'm going to duplicate. My duplicate is not working. It's not working. Oh my god. Just no problem. So it's going to be at insert. Instead of having save message, I'm going to change it to save user. I'm going to change save message, and then here it's going to be message mode, right? Chat message, chat message mode. Okay, chat message. Okay, so it's going to be save message. Turning this one to save message, and I'm going to change this one to what? M. Okay, so I can say I inserted a message here just for the cat, and I can put here m dot what dot body. Okay, successfully. Can put here m dot. This one will just help us to debug. Okay, so here is going to be update user. For me, I'm going to change to update message. I'm going to create another one for update message in case the message already exists. It's going to be update message. Update message. So it's going to be message model. Message chat message model. Change this one to what? Chat message model. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to come here to say update what? Update message. Update message, and I'm going to pass here m. So I can say updated update message successfully, and can put here m dot what? M dot body. Okay, so it's going to be m dot body. Okay, so here it's going to be updated message successfully. Okay, so that's beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be save messages here. So let's go ahead and now do the logic of saving a message. So to the local database, right? So it's going to be database repository dot save messages. So here they're expecting a what? A list. So I have to create here just some temporary list. I'm going to call it list. Can I do like this? Like if I come here and say new list, yeah. That is so bad. Let's create just a temporary list. A temporary list. It's going to be list of what? Of chat message. I'm going to call it temp list because new array list. Okay, we better put it from outside. Let us make it global. The better put it outside here. Okay, so here we'll be first clearing it. So it's going to be dot one dot it's going to be this dot what? Can it be accessed? No, I cannot access it from here. Okay, it's going to be temp list dot what? Dot push this dot add or dot push, and put the chat message. Hope that's it. Okay, and then here we just pass this temp list. Because you don't have for save message, you have only for save messages. That's why I have to convert it to list first. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think it's good to go. Do you still have any error? Where's the error? I don't see any error. Okay, So you can run the application and we see if we can save the message to the local database. I want to get this tag of what? Of database repository. Put it in the localhost. It's what I want to see. Okay. So let's go ahead and clean all this. Click on pick user. And then you see every time you load user, so the user information is updated. That's beautiful. And then you select a certain user, maybe this one. Okay, let's select this one. This one, okay. So open the message. I hope you are fine today. Click on send. Perfect. The message was inserted successfully and it was sent on internet successfully. I wish you a nice day. See? Sent successfully and saved. I love you. And let us put some emoji there. Emoji. Perfect. So it was saved successfully. So that's beautiful. Now in the next video, we'll have to load this message from from the local database and display them to what? To the in the mobile application. That's what I have to do. For us, you don't need to bother. In the user interface, you don't need to bother about the internet. For us, we just only listen to the what? To the local database, because Room database is a live database. So in case there's any change, it will be updating us that there's something has changed, and then we take some action. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. I hope you'll be there. And we are moving almost. We are moving, and after we'll have to add the live, like when the message is changed automatically, it should be updated to the other side that has been changed. That's what we'll do in the next video. In the next videos, okay? So let's meet in the next video. If you've watched up this point, then you really would know what you want, and I hope you can't give up at this point. I'm going to start sharing the source code. For those who have reached this point, it means they are really serious, and I'm going to start sharing the source code in the repository. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video, and remember, subscribe if you haven't, please.